Well, hello there. I'm not Bob Ross, I'm PJ LaGuarrie. Usually when I make art, it's either a drawn illustration or maybe a 3D animation, but today I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. Today I'm going to be trying to follow along an official Bob Ross oil painting. Now, I've never done oil painting before, so this is going to be very exciting for me. I've got my canvas oiled up and ready to go. I've got my paints right here. Let's give this a go. The joy of painting.
Shoot, let's go on up here and get started.
Step one then, take a little bit of the phthalo blue and a bit of the midnight black. Although this is not midnight black, this is actually lamp black. I could not get midnight black. And then we're gonna mix those together and hopefully make sky. That is very dark. I think that's mixed together. All right, the first stroke. This is either gonna be really, really good or really, really terrible. So crisscross, okay. Ooh. Okay, so it's applying really nicely. I don't know if I'm necessarily doing the crisscross correctly, but we are getting that nice gradient. So old Bob says we're trying to get a bit of a gradient going here to get the illusion of depth. Is it working? It's kind of working. And it's mixing with the liquid white that was already on the canvas. All right, well, that's not a bad looking sky. Okay, I'm okay with this. What's next? I was worried that the brush strokes were looking very harsh here, but very, very lightly we go across. My sky's a little darker than his. It's looking real nice, look at that. I'm putting all my faith in Bobby Baby here because he says just straight from the bottom, we're gonna go up and we're gonna make some water here, so. Okay. So then we go to the other side, I suppose. Okay, all right. We leave a bit of a snaky shine. Oh no. Well, it doesn't look exactly like Bob's, but that's okay. Trust the process at all times. Trust the process. It's time to clean the brush. Bob specifically says don't use turpentine, but it's what we've got. I'm probably not gonna beat the devil out of my brush today. I'm worried about getting splatter everywhere, so whoa. All of the paint just kind of sapped off into the water. Yep, okay. I had too much blue on the brush. I think if I start doing a happy little cloud now, it's gonna be a very sad little cloud. I'm getting a little bit more titanium white. I don't think I should have put it on there either. Oh, we have our sky, we have our water. The next step is some happy little clouds. These are gonna be the happiest little clouds you've ever seen. Here we go. Maybe from far away this looks good. All you have to do is just tap. Oh, he makes this look so easy. His looks so fluffy. Trust the process, I have faith. Fluff it up.
Caress the canvas.
Caress the canvas. Mine is not blended quite the same as Bob's, but I think that's okay. I think I'm just gonna keep going with it. I've always wanted to try this. I've always wanted to try making a Bob Ross mountain. I'm gonna use the palette knife for this. Please let this work. It's mountain time. Come on, just like Bob, just like Bob. Just trying to get the edge, just trying to get the idea of an edge. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this mountain. Okay, so yeah, we're scraping off the excess paint. I love that Bob says, you're not gonna hurt the canvas. All right, you can be a little rough with it, you're not gonna hurt it. Kind of like that, I suppose. That's a happy little mountain if I ever have seen one before, so. Yeah, I'm not beating the devil out of the brushes, I'm politely asking the devil to leave the brushes. Please, could you exit this brush? Thank you. He like pushes the paint. How the f***? Well, we've kind of lost all definition in the mountains, but I think we're going to bring that back in a minute with the kind of the snowy kind of look to it. Robert Ross demands more titanium white. Okay. This is for the highlights of the mountain, I believe. Yeah, just plain old white here. Bob has a much larger palette than me. He's got a lot more real estate to work with. I've got this dinky little wooden palette. But we're going to touch and let it flow. Bob, I touched and let it flow and it didn't work. I think we might need just like a little smidge more on the palette. Yeah, okay, like that. It's not working. Less pressure, Bob says, less pressure. Nice and smooth, just smoothly on it goes, just like so. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to make a Bob Ross mountain. Okay, I kind of need to see this from a, okay, it's kind of working. Okay, so Bob's advice for this part is to imagine you're a whisper going across the mountain. Apparently that technique works. Oh, whisper. It's sort of working. I'm content with this. Let's combine a couple of these together. No pressure, just like a whisper. Okay, so, oh fuck, it's all like blending together. There's no pain here, guys. Everybody who lives here is happy. There's no pain in this world that I've created. It's the perfect utopia.
Are you in pain?
Massively. We're gonna create the illusion of mist. How? Whew. I'm glad we got a window open because these oil fumes are very pungent. We're creating the island from Lost. I think we're moving on to some trees. Oh, I don't remember. Okay, I'm just gonna... La 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 la.
Just be happy.
Guys, have you ever tried just being happy?
If you had a dry canvas, you'd be in Agony City.
Bob, I am in Agony City. I have a wet canvas and I am in Agony City right now. Okay, so he says, bring this down. Let's try and make reflections.
And instant reflections.
Well, I think instant reflections is a little generous. Our first happy little tree is going in. Just a happy little collection of trees. A happy little group of friends. Hello, Fuji. Fuji's come to join the magic. So we're doing a bit of a horizon here. Oh, f*** me. This is so hard, man. Okay, we're gonna do a great big tree over here. This tree is gonna be called... This is Big Bob. Oh my God, see, his look like trees. His look exactly like trees. That is ridiculous, man. Trust in the process, trust Bob. I trust Bob with my life. I trust him that he's gonna guide me through this. A third tree, or should I say a fir tree? Wait, these are meant to be reflections? Oh, f***. This is really hard to follow. I'm really struggling here. I don't think I can do this.
Yes, you can. You're doing really good. You've never done oil painting before.
No, it's just I'm just feeling like I'm not being entertaining. I'm like I don't understand what colors I'm supposed to be using. Hey there, Editing PJ here. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I just wanted to pause for just a moment to highlight that this was a genuine moment of me wanting to quit right there and then. Art is meant to be honest or whatever. Well, there's my honest reaction. In that moment, I felt that this was a complete waste of time, that I wasn't good enough to do this, that I shouldn't even be trying to do this, and that I should just dump the whole video. Whilst I definitely had my frustrations with the process, I think my bigger issue is that I can't give myself a break sometimes. I tend to beat myself up for not being perfect at something, even if it's the first time I'm trying it, which is just not a reasonable thing to expect of anyone, let alone yourself. Bob Ross is constantly reminding you to just go with it. You know, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And so I don't know if it was the oil paint fumes or my frustration that was clouding my head, but I totally forgot about that. Upon reflection, I'm like totally fine with the painting. I think it's not great, but I've accepted that it's okay. It's taken a few days, but I've given myself that. I think it's okay. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I thought it was important. Okay, please enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, let me keep trying. Let me keep trying. Oh, trunks. Just adding a few little highlights here to the leaves. Okay, these are supposed to be bushes. That's a big, strong bush if I've ever seen one. I'm gonna attempt to make these look like reflections as well. It's starting to get a bit too swampy, so I'm gonna stop there. All right, here we go. This is the point of no return. The bravery test. So I suppose in theory, this could ruin a perfectly good painting. Luckily, my painting is not perfectly good, so there's nothing that can ruin this. Now I think the plan is to throw in another evergreen. So we're gonna start up quite high and bring it down like this. It's very scary when you're going over the stuff you did earlier. That part of the mountain that is now behind the tree, we will never see that again. Man, Bob is a champ, but how he's just effortlessly doing that is incredible. I mean, he makes it seem effortless at least. I've had to tap into 88% of my brain to do this. The other 12% is thinking about what to have for dinner. Okay, whoa, slow down, Bob, slow down, Bob. Just bring that trunk all the way down. All right, a few highlights in the leaves. Zoom. Yeah, that helps. I think making the sounds helps. Whoa, okay. As long as it's a happy little swamp, I think it works. Okay, do a little bush over here. Trying to give the illusion of a path coming out of the woods. It looks more like a river of blood, but that's all right. God, every color is mixed into this. I kind of gave up like washing my equipment half an hour ago. Okay, I'm gonna add in a few more bushes here. I think we're getting towards the end of this, you know. The smell of the oil paints I really like now, so my nose has adapted to the smells. I think the reflections in the water were maybe the weakest part. I think that has not worked. Yeah, the reflections were really, really hard to get right. I think that's it. I think that's done. I'll stop looking at it for a couple minutes. I'll like erase it from my memory. I'll forget what it looks like. Okay, I have successfully forgotten what it looks like. Yep, that's how I remember it looking. The further away you are from it, the better it looks, honestly. So maybe the camera, maybe it doesn't look that bad on camera. Up close, it looks like a disaster. It looks like a swamp disaster. Yeah, if you see them side by side, you kind of know at least what I tried to do. I think my favorite part of the painting is probably the mountain. Even though the mountain did not work out exactly like Bob's, it's still at least kind of like mountainous. Okay, well, I think that is the end. I think that's the best we're gonna get. I think Bob would be proud that I tried. I definitely wanted to give up halfway through, but I'm glad I persisted. I would definitely try oil paints again. It's very messy, surprisingly messy, and I feel ever so slightly lightheaded, but yeah. Great. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more weekly videos. I'm gonna go take a bath now. And from all of us here in the KickThePj studios, Bobby bless you all.
You just
I didn't get paint on me, did I? I don't understand. Is that my old painting? Oh my god! When did that happen? Oh, Bob didn't get all messy like this. Bob did big time. I didn't even realize. I didn't do that intentionally.